Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful Wednesday with us on this sixth day of July. Boy, this year is going by so fast. So 2022, the year of the six. As you see on the screen, I have my beautiful guest that's going to be coming on, the beautiful Nina Diamond. It's interesting. I would say I'd have to give her credit for popularizing cardology. Cardology has been an ancient science, but since she joined Clubhouse and between her and her daughter Aquarius Maximus, they've just taken the whole term of cardology to a whole different level. In fact, when I was talking about the United States Monday, I had in fact mentioned the fact that the United States is, in fact, a jack of diamonds. Would you like to know who I learned that from? Well, you're going to meet her in just a second. And before I do, though, let me give you the forecast for today. All righty. All right. So it is, Live with Lloyd, where the joy of numerology is the joy of learning and enlightenment. Please like it. If you really like it, definitely share it. And please subscribe. I'm beginning to get the understanding of why people, no matter what I see on these YouTubes, they say, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that other stuff. So I'm beginning to understand going on a year. Well, today is Wednesday, July the 6th, 2022. The sun is in Cancer. The moon is in Libra, which happens to be the zodiac sign of my guest that'll be on in just a moment. It is a 4 universal month, a 5 universal week, a 1 universal day. Those under the signs of Leo, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, and Libra. Should be a good day for you. And those that are born on the 1st, which is also the birth number of my guest as well. So there's a double Dewey there. So the 1st, the 6th, the 10th, the 15th, the 19th, 24th, and 28th of any month. This is a good day for you. At least it should have been in some way, shape, or form. But again, please like, share, and subscribe. But it's again, I talk numbers and I'd like to get as many numbers, but only if it is genuine. I'd rather have authentic numbers. And it's nice to have, I see all, now I'm paying attention. Somebody got all these thousands of, well, anyway, uh, please do. All righty. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my very, very distinguished guest that I want to thank very, very much. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. Nina Diamond, how we doing?
I'm great. Great. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining me this evening. Cardology, for those that are hearing it for the first time, like I heard it for the first time at the beginning of the year. And in fact, it was because of you that I started Clubhouse. Thank you. Okay. Listening to you. What is cardology?
Cardology is an ancient metaphysical science that, they have traced it back as far back as Atlantis. And it uses a deck of cards, or it uses the grand solar squares that are behind me. And it's just it's just a scientific fact that, in tarot, you can interpret the cards lots of ways. But in cardology, they are what they are. They stay the same. The only thing is that your karmas move and you move. But wherever you are, it's going to be Venus, it's going to be Saturn. So it's going to be fixed in that way. So cardology is a fixed science that doesn't change. Your karmas change each year. You're going to a new birth year. But whoever is 13, they're going to be going through the same thing. It's just going to be different because they're going to be in a different place. But everybody at every year goes through the same energy field.
So in other words, there are 13 cards per suit.
Yes, there are 13 cards. There are 13 cards in the suit. But I'm looking at if I say plate, I'll say plate 13. So anybody at age 13, they're going to have their life spread. But the overall theme of that year is going to be the same for everybody.
Now, question, if a person is 13, would that mean there will be similar cycles when they double that number, which is 26? Does that make sense?
No, it's 45. It's 45. Rebirth in cardology is 45. So when you turn 45, that's midlife. You start.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the midlife crisis they referred to, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, question of the suits. Let's start with, is there an order of how the suits go? Like in astrology, there's
Mhm.
first the fire sign, the earth sign, the water sign, and I mean, yes, fire, earth, air, and water.
Mhm.
So what's the arrangement of the suits, and what does each of the suits mean, if you don't mind?
Well, with the suits, it's hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. Hearts are the babies. Clubs are the teenagers. Diamonds are the supervisors, and spades are the elders. So that hearts are the
Really?
yeah, hearts are the
Okay.
circulatory system. Hearts are your circulatory system that goes through your body. Clubs is your mental. Diamonds are your resources. They're more earth, and then spades are fire.
You know what happens is, what was interesting when I had both you and your daughter on the very first time, how you would take a birthday. And so for those of you who wish to get your birthday to find out what card you are, you're now looking at the most preeminent expert in the business when it comes to this area of cardology. I kid you not, she's authored a book. We'll talk about that later, but I use the book on a regular basis. And and in my case, I found out I'm a diamond. So when I talked to you today, you said it's a nine of diamond day, and I happen to be a nine of diamond, and then you're an eight of diamond. So that means tomorrow's your day. Would that be
Yeah,
correct?
tomorrow's my day. Yes.
All right, good, 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 good. So I can't wait to get people started. But anyway, most of the people that have been very meaningful or significant in my life, when I was looking through your book and looking up the different days, the overwhelming majority of the people that were influential in my life to a larger and greater degree were always diamonds. Then next were clubs. I had one or two spades, like my father was a spade. That was interesting. But now, is there, like, I know air and water goes together, earth, yeah, no, excuse me, air and fire goes together, earth and water goes together. Does that work with the suits too? Does diamonds go well with clubs or hearts or spades? Does
Mhm.
that make sense?
Not necessarily because you have a life path, so things play out differently. But hearts are the babies of the and they're not their hearts are more rare. So it would totally depend on so many. That's one thing about cardology is so many different factors because you have a planetary ruler and you could be a diamond like your planetary ruler is let me see what your planetary ruler is the king of clubs, so you're a
Really?
diamond. Yeah, because you rule by no your when's your birthday? No, you're
February 16th. I'm a nine of diamond.
so you're Aquarius.
Yes.
So your planetary ruler is a diamond. So your planetary ruler is a diamond because it's ruled by Uranus. So depending on different things, you look at it to see how these energies play out together. But with cardology, we look more for connections, in different ways. Like the card that supports you is a five of diamonds. So you would say a five of diamonds could be a good relationship for you, or the card that your transformation card. It's different things that make cards have good relationships.
That's interesting. Now we're gonna turn it over to our viewers because they like to give their birthdays, but instead of giving them their zodiac signs, we're going to give them their cardology information.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can a person also ask a question, if that makes sense, using the
Sure.
cards?
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if I says, should I go on this trip tomorrow, or should I go on this interview? Can the cards do that too?
Yes, we look at every day. Like today, we look at the United States spread. This is the most dopest thing about cardology is we look at the United States spread, and today's Neptune. This is the last day of the week for the United States. The United States birthday is on Thursday, so Thursday is Mercury. So those are the things you want to look at where you want to schedule things because today is Neptune. So no, today is Tuesday or Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay,
Today is Mercury Day.
right. So
Mhm.
this is the Neptune day for the United States. So Wednesday might not be the best day for you to want to schedule things if you're dealing with companies and stuff like that because we know Neptune throws slows things down. So Thursday is a great day because that's Mercury. Then you have Venus is Friday. So it goes through looking at it in that, and then looking at the hours. Like we have the hours, like Jupiter hours. We have Saturn hours. So you schedule it
Yeah,
through that.
yeah.
So many ways to schedule. It's really, yeah, it's definitely beneficial to look at it, because if you're going to a business, you can look up the business and see what their birthday is, or see what their name is, or something, and then you can really schedule it like that if they let you do that.
Well, you know what's interesting, Nina, that back on Monday, just 2 days ago, I gave a little background on the numerical influence of the 13 in the United States. And I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned in that, thanks to you, that the United States is a jack of diamond.
Mm-hmm.
So just to segue that, what's in store for the United States in just a brief word, and then we're going to go to our viewers.
This year is a power year. This is a year for really for you to see the fruits of your labor, because the Queen of Diamonds is the head of, she's, well, not the head of the suit, but one of the most powerful cards as it pertains to diamonds is in the sun. So last year she was in Pluto. So the
Now, you're
Queen of
talking about the United
the
States?
United States, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So with the Queen of Diamonds being in the sun, last year we learned how to develop those relationships. We learned how to do business because that was the eighth house, and that's where we. So you may have had difficulties, you may have had odd and unusual things happening because that's Pluto. Pluto makes you work. You're gonna go deep. So your business last year, you may have had to go deep with your business to really pull out and extract the things that you wanted from it, right? So this
Mhm.
year Queen of Diamonds is in the sun. So this year, all of the work that you did last year, now you're going to be recognized for it.
Now, let me just say this. Is the United States a jack of diamond or queen of diamond?
It's a jack of diamonds, but the queen, we look at how we look at the United States Fair, we want to see the best positions. So the
Ah,
best
got it.
position is who is sitting in the sun. Now the Jack of Diamonds is displacing the King of Clubs, which is its planetary ruler, and it's the card of universal knowledge. It's a very powerful card. It's ruled by Uranus, right? So the Jack of Diamonds this year is going to be all about the law. This is a year of the law. This is not a year to test the police. This is not a year to commit any crimes. We're going to see a lot of people that you necessarily didn't believe, but the Jack of Diamonds and of course Biden, because he's the King of Hearts, he's going to launch a campaign. Biden is about the law. So the Six of Hearts is the card of jail, and it's in Jupiter. So they're going to catch you. You know, it may take some time, but before the clock strikes 12 in next year, make sure you clean everything up, because the United States is now stepping into its, this year, stepping into its power, right? We
And
have a, go ahead.
no, 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 no. You said it's stepping into its powers. Please let me let you finish.
It has a nine of spades in Mercury. Now, nine of spades, you know, nines are powerful. One of them, you know, they're ruled by Mars and it's sitting in Mercury. So the United States is going to be very detached. This is not a warm and fuzzy year. You have Mars and you have Mercury. So the United States is gonna be initiating different things, because you know nines, they're cyclical. Nines are wish fulfillment. Nines are telling you that some things may come to a conclusion, but conclusions don't necessarily mean an ending, but it's going to come to a conclusion in whatever that you're doing. So the
Hmm.
nine this year, the Jack of Diamonds is going to be ending cycles, because we're going into a Pluto return in 2 years. This is very karmic. So the United States has to end some cycles, just like Roe versus Wade. That was in the cards. It had to happen because it's very karmic. So we don't
Hmm.
have to agree with it, but the karma of the United States, they needed to clean that up. Even you have rights to do whatever you want to do, but the government should never be involved in it, right? So the government being involved in it and sanctioning it, then there's going to be a lot of things that they're going to overturn. There are going to be a lot of things that make people uncomfortable, because this is a year of law, right?
Interesting. So, what would that, in a word, portend for the United States in 2023? Then,
In 2023, definitely, I think that things are gonna kind of, especially with the markets and all that kind of stuff, definitely gonna be really erratic. But the main thing is this thing with Russia, because Putin has plans for the United States. And the plans is that the United States, whatever that Putin is doing or whatever he's been doing for all this time ties into the market, ties into cryptocurrency, right? So we know that he doesn't have to worry about sanctions because of that, right? But him and Biden, they share a life path. Only thing is, Biden is older than he is. And where he is, Biden has already been there. So the difference between them will play out this year. We'll get a chance to see more of the King of Hearts, which is Biden, and less of Putin, which is a two of diamonds. Because you think about it, at Biden's age, he got something to prove. He would, as a president, he wouldn't want his legacy to be that he didn't defend the United States, right?
Sure, sure.
So the card for war is sitting in trans Pluto. So we definitely are going to see some, and with it being in trans Pluto, in the cards is the indication it's a spiritual war. So it won't necessarily be the war, and I remember decades ago the ancestors they are no longer here talked about the war to end wars. So this year, I totally believe it's going to be a spiritual war. So how that plays out and how that looks, we won't know, but it'll definitely be cyber attacks and all of those things, because the cards are really, it's the energy field. We got configurations, we got the planets that are lining up and doing all these different things. So the cards give us a chance to really look at it. It's going to be a jam-packed news year for sure. It's going to be lots of news, just back to back to back to back with things happening. It's going to be, and unfortunately, it's going to be a very violent year. Because
Wow.
the three of clubs is the card of the gun, and it's in Pluto.
Really?
And that's the eighth house. So you have the gun in the eighth house. It's
And
going to
that's
be,
the eighth house in astrology is called the house of death.
yeah, yeah. So it's going to be a violent year for sure, because we have to learn, we have to fix it. And because we haven't fixed it up to now, we're being put in positions where you're going to be forced to fix it. Right?
Question, dear. How did you get started in this area of cardology?
I started with cards 20 something years ago. And I loved them so much that I said, I need a community and I just need to talk about it. So it's been probably 10 years or so. And just talking about it and building the community is just, the more I talk about it, the more we delve into it, the more it comes.
And so as a result, you have practically every day a segment on Clubhouse. Is that
Um,
correct?
we have a room every day at 9, Monday through Friday, and then the weekends. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, well, we're gonna get more into that, but and in fact, it was through Clubhouse that I came across you, and it was through you that I started my own Clubhouse room. Numbers in You or Learn from Lloyd with numerology, for which I thank you. And I started the day after my birthday at your advice. I think it was an eight of diamond when I started on that day.
Mm.
But if my birthday was on the 16th, which is a nine of diamond, then the next day would be an eight of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
and the
thank you too.
nine of diamonds is a very significant card this year, because the nine of diamonds is the challenging karma card to the card that is in the sun. So today was a very challenging challenging day for people. Today really got this. They got a chance to see what they were made of. The nine of diamonds could mean losses, definitely accidents. It's paying attention. It's got a lot of spiritual money and stuff to it. So it, depending on how you're living and the things that you're doing, is how it will show up. But today was a challenging day for sure. It was definitely a challenging day for people in general, because it was challenging. The Queen of Diamonds is Saturnian. It's the 10th house. So this year, you're not going to be able to just talk about it. This year, people are going to hold you to it, because you shine in the 10th house. The 10th house is where you find your career. The 10th house is where people know you at. So if you're the person that says you do X, Y, and Z this year, people are going to say you got to prove it. So today was a challenging day. This is a day where if you have a supervisor, this year, Supervisors, don't play with your supervisors. Don't play with the heads of companies. You're going to get fired this year. People have already got their emails since this is a new fiscal year for the federal government. But people have already got their emails. This is a year that you do not want to step over that line because it's ruled by Saturn. So Saturn, the Queen of Diamonds, is a
She froze a second. I guess she'll be right with us. But anyway, what I think is interesting while she gets back with us is Nina, are you with us?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You know what I want to say, which is interesting. You had referred to the 10th house or something like that, but in astrology, the 10th house in astrology is called the house of career.
It is. It's,
When
it's
we
where you
talk
stand
about,
out. Mm-hmm.
so I'm just fascinated how the close proximity of cardology and astrology combines as well as the numbers. Because when
Yeah,
you talk about the nine being wish fulfillment, nine in numerology also means dreams come true, which
yeah,
is another way of saying wish
yeah,
fulfillment.
yeah. It's yeah. The planets are very pivotal in cardiology. But people that read the books, if you read a book, you're never going to find out about that. The planets. This is why it's called a secret, because you got to really know what you're looking for. The books are written from that perspective, but the ancient people, they use the astrology to really denote the things that need to be done. Because today being the nine of diamonds day, it's Uranian. Your nine of diamonds is ruled by Uranus. So the nine of diamonds are people that are out and about. They're inside of the fiber and the biology. It's like you connect so many people. The work that you do is helping people to do the things that they do, and that's the nine of diamonds. The nine of diamonds is the card of viral. Has that thing where things will really move quickly through that nine of diamonds. So it's a very powerful card. It's a very powerful day, but it's an extremely powerful year. People are going to have to let stuff go.
You know what's fascinating about you
Mm-hmm.
is the times when I do have the rare time to listen to you in Clubhouse with your room. I
Mm-hmm.
am just amazed how you weave in and out the interpretations with such a panache or such a finesse. It's like, how did she do that? So what I'm saying is you're going to get an example because I'm going to turn on. We've got quite a few people waiting, in fact, right now. But what we're going to do is make sure that later on we're going to show your book. We're going to put up your banner so people can know how to reach you, and we want to have as many of them join Clubhouse so they can experience what I've experienced with that. And ever since then, it's just raised my consciousness in terms of how cards have just as much as importance as astrology, numerology, the tarot, and it's just amazing. Even and it does something that I only thought numerology did with your name, but you can actually do a person's name with the cards. How you do that? Well, we ain't going to tell all the secrets, but we're going to open up the comment section and see what people got to say. Felicia, she says, "My prayers, my great nephew, and you." I don't know whether you know this person, Cheryl Griffin. Um,
For her great nephew. I don't know. She said prayers
okay,
for her great nephew.
yes, I guess so. What about this person, Claudel Amanda? They are born on they're Virgo,
September 14th.
September 14th. Now, what call would they be? Now, they're listen, Nina Diamond will not be able to give a full in-depth. There's so many people on, and she's just gonna kind of tease you a little bit, but she'll put out the most salient points. But if you want to get a private consultation, we will let you know toward the end of the show. But what say you for this person here born on the 14th of September, which would be a Virgo 5 person?
Right. So that's a 10 of clubs. And that's a master teacher. That person is very important this year because they sit in the crown line. Now they're people that are how would I say connected to people see you and they see your abilities when they see a 10 of clubs, because you have the ability to help them reach their heights. You're the master teacher, you're a master coach. And we know that tens are very powerful because it's the one and it's the zero, which is the void. So tens have the ability to step into the void and, pull out their back tricks. So 10 of clubs is definitely a very clever and adept card. It has me as its Mercury card, so it definitely has power. Once it starts something, the success is only in finishing it. So a really important card, but kind of a mystery to it, because the challenging card because the Jack of Spades, and that is the most powerful Jack in the deck. So their challenge is to share what they have, but to share it in a way where it's beneficial to people.
Okay, good. I have a most interesting comment here where this person says, Enola Tucker. She's a first time viewer. Thank you very much for joining us here on Live with Lloyd. And she is a Scorpio born on November the 17th. 19, she said 2958. We wish we were up there, but she means 1958. She says, can you read? She's been in 9 car accidents. Now it's interesting because 9 is ruled by originally Mars, which is now Pluto, which deals with accidents. Not only that, she says she has 5 sisters and 4 brothers, which is a total of 9, and she's in the middle of the older 4. What is her card, and is her card associated with accidents? The fact that she would have
Yeah.
that many.
Yeah, she's a 3 of clubs, and 3 of clubs has the 7 of spades in Pluto, so that's why you have so many accidents, because you're not paying attention. The 7 of spades is a card of paying attention. So whenever you're out and about, you have spiritual protection. The 7 of spades is a card of spiritual protection, but you got 9 of diamonds in Neptune, so you can't be in a fog when you're driving. The 9 of diamonds is in the 7 of spades. They denote accidents. I'm just saying. 9 of diamonds, young. Yeah, I'm sure Lloyd has some stories when he was young, but
Yes, I do.
yeah, that it's just an accident. It's just an accident prone energy until they learn how to use that 7 of spades, because 7 of spades is Mercury and it's detached. It's not, you may not be paying attention. So that 3 of clubs is the 3 of clubs is a card of Kobe Bryant. That's a very powerful and successful card. We call it the GOAT. It's the get it, don't stop card. But it's a misunderstood card because of the lineup that it has. It has a 9 of hearts and it has a 9 of diamonds. And the 3 of clubs can hold on to stuff. They can hold grudges. So that could also be tied to your car accidents. You have to let things go. 3 of clubs you have to be someone that just smiles and says, okay, and keep it moving. Because staying in your feelings can distract you. There's so many things that can distract you.
Well, what's interesting as a child, I had a very accident prone childhood.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Really, as I became an adult, no, but as a child, up until about my mid teenage years,
mm-hmm,
if it
mm-hmm,
wasn't one thing, it
mm-hmm.
was another, which is interesting. That's very interesting you say that. Let's go to the next person. She is born November or Tall Starks Carter. Or yeah, Tall Starks Carter is they want to know about their financial future. They're born on November the 23rd.
November the 23rd. Well, your financial future could be whatever you want, because it's a 10 of hearts, and that's Michael Jackson card. So you got
Really?
Michael. Yeah, you got Michael Jackson energy. So, and you have the one of the most powerful financial cards as your Mercury card, which is the 10 of diamonds, and it says Jupiter, Jupiter. The power of the 10 is not having that arrogance for sure, but that I with the 10, that one is ruled by Mars, and like I was saying, the O is the void. So you have so many bag of tricks, you have so many opportunities to do so many things. It's the power that you have, but it's a mystery behind that 10 of hearts. And definitely we know with Michael Jackson there was something hidden there, whatever it is that prevented him from really dealing with all of that energy sitting in Jupiter because you sit in Jupiter. So you're someone that has to, if you want to know anything about finances, you need to have professional people. You need to go back to school. You need to learn because Jupiter is higher education. You can't be someone that says today I want to do stocks and then tomorrow I don't really know what stocks are. You need to know what stocks are.
In other
So
words, they need to go down the rabbit hole and really do the research.
financially, you can be financially set, but you sit in Jupiter. Jupiter, you can have so much coming at you that it could be overwhelming, and you don't want that. That means that you could be missing things. That's Jupiter is ruled by the ninth house, and that's Sag. So it's your philosophy. The money is tied into how you view money and how you use money. But you definitely want to be in. You want to have a lot of education around money.
That's interesting. What about this person here, Jamera? They're born on April the 9th, which to me is a fire sign with a fire number.
That's so interesting because they're Queen of Diamonds. April the 9th is a Queen of Diamonds. So this is your year. You should have had a pretty good year last year. You should have had a good year business wise. If you had a good year last year, this year, you're going to be recognized for it. So if you're doing anything in the hair business, the Queen of Diamonds is the Queen of hair. So anybody that's in the hair business, anything in beauty business is going to be extremely successful this year. So for you, you want to step into your leadership skills. This isn't a year for you because the Queen of Diamonds is a big presence. It's Saturn. So it's a big presence. When the Queen of Diamonds comes, everybody knows you got to work. So this year you got to shine. If you looking for a promotion, whatever you looking for this year, you can have it because you are the one that's going to be heading the helm. So this is a year for you to put yourself out there and really make things happen. Don't feel, the Queen of Diamonds is one of those energies that self-censor themselves because people are always listening to how they say things and not what they say. It's like it's how you said it. No, it's what I say. You can't tell me
Big
you can't
difference.
tell
Big
me how to
difference.
talk. Right. You can't tell me how to talk. But I said it. And Queen of Diamonds is always talking about work. So because the Queen of Diamonds is always talking about work, people will, push it to the side and say, well, I don't like your approach. But we still gonna do the work though. You
Yeah.
always got to come back to the work if you're a Queen of Diamonds.
Now, what about this person, Ella White? She says, what do you think about her birthday, which is January the 29th?
January 29th is a Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs is a card of hip hop. It's a card of the Aquarian age. It's a very learned card. Those are people that, if you, wherever you are, if there's a project or something, they're going to come and look for the Jack of Clubs because y'all get things done. Y'all make things happen. You got brain power. The capacity of your brain is just bar none one of the best.
Okay. I see it froze again. She should be with us momentarily. But anyway, well, there we go. As you were saying,
Yeah, the Jack of Clubs is definitely a very, if you work for a company, the CEO generally knows who the Jack of Clubs is because you are a project manager, you're going to make it happen.
very good. And I do want to give a special thanks to Stephen Williams and his wife, Mrs. Williams. She had a birthday just recently. I do believe I read the birthday for him. She's a Cancer, and he is from the city of Chicago or Chi-Town. I think they still call it Chi-Town. But anyway, I just wanted to thank him very much. And I really thank all of them because without all these guests, it
I
wouldn't
know, I
happen.
can't see him if I hit the chat. Let me see. Comments. Oh, I can, but then I can't see myself. Can you
Yeah,
see?
yeah. No, well, I see over here, but but I really try to focus on my guests. I be trying to
I
do two
know.
things at the same time. Let me see something here. I'm looking for a birthday or a question. My daughter says peace family as she does every year. Elizabeth, let me see something here. This person here says My favorite people, peace and blessings. Their birthday is 6584. Peace and thank you, Danielle Amistad.
6-5. That's June 8th, June 5th.
Yes.
Another Queen of Diamonds. I mean, Queen of Diamonds is all in the house.
And we're in a diamond period right now.
Yeah. So this is a great year for you. Definitely, like I was telling the other sister, just go hard. This is a year where you got to go hard. Don't censor yourself. When you have this kind of power out there, people want to see it. People want to see that power. So this is a year where you don't censor yourself. People that don't work, they're gonna always come for the Queen of Diamonds. That's the whole thing. And when your card is that powerful, people are going to come for you because you're going to always have that. You have that authority. You're the 10th house. So the 10th house is where you shine. And the Queen of Diamonds is about her reputation. So don't pull back this year. Go all the way in this year. This is the year where people will be watching you. And that's the thing, that the people over you will be watching you. So this is a time for you to shine. If you don't shine this year, you could fizzle out. So this is a year where you want to step up and you want to, it's about the work. This year I'm promising you, since the 4th of July, I don't work anymore. But people went to work on Tuesday and they got emails. They got
Yes.
emails. There's people on here that can say, yes, I did. Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
did.
did. Yeah.
This is email time. They gave you the email to tell you what's coming. Because last year they gave you the write-ups. This year, this is like we're not, because they're working with less people, but the Queen of Diamonds is always working. So
Well,
this year, the Queen of Diamonds is gonna make it clear to you. You gonna
well,
get
the Queen of Diamonds sound like they're gonna be my new best friend. That's all I could say. If it's like that,
no, because you the challenging karma card. They don't consider you.
get out of here.
They're your challenging karma card. So you may feel a certain kind of way, but they're here the challenging karma card is the card that you came from. So in your past life, you would have been a Queen of Diamonds and you owe something to that Queen of Diamonds. So in this life, your challenge is just to step up. Your challenge is it has to be done, no nonsense. So you do that well.
It's an interesting how you be figuring all this out. But anyway, let's go to the next one, which is Elizabeth Mordaunt. She is reading for her finances. She is born on the 13th of May of 1962. What do you say about her, Nina?
May the 13th. Okay, you're 6 of diamonds. It would be about
Wow,
finances.
diamonds are coming up today.
Oh, right. Diamonds are in there. 6 of diamonds is definitely finance. You would be always, because when 6 of diamonds shows up, that means you need to pay your bills. 6 of diamonds is about fiscal responsibility. Definitely would be the accountants. It bringing it's ruled by Venus. So Venus is sixes and it brings it into balance, but sixes are karmic. So the 6 of diamonds has to be responsible. You have to pay your bills on time. And if you can't pay them, you got to make a phone call because people will work with you. So we have a 6 of diamonds day in a couple of days, and the majority of the people are always thinking about, I got to pay my bills. And this is the first of the month, so a lot of bills do come due around that time. But the 6 of diamonds is bringing it into balance. A very powerful card. You sit in Jupiter. So you have a blessed life path. But if you don't pay your bills on time, and that's just not your monetary bills, it's like things that you owe people. People come back and forth in and out of your life. And when people come back in and out of your life for debts and for things like that, karmically, you have to make sure you address them. 6 of diamonds can't ignore things. You cannot. Your credit should be well. All of these things because you're very fortunate. 6 of diamonds are very fortunate. Y'all make stuff
You know
happen.
what you know what you're telling me, Nina, that actually on certain days, no matter whether they're diamonds, spades, hearts, or clubs, like in 3 days when it's a six of diamond, that's when actually it's ideal for people to just pay up on their bills. That's what you're
Yeah, and
saying.
and make a phone call. This is the day they'll work with you. They'll say, okay, we'll take off 40% on 6 of diamonds day. And 6 of diamonds is a card of the seniors. So seniors on that day,
Mm.
when you go out, watch traffic is gonna be slow. When you go in this grocery store, you're gonna have seniors in there. It's a card of retirement.
Real? How do, I ain't gonna ask how you do all this. You need to write a book. I mean, you wrote a book, but you really, really, really need to write a book in depth. Okay.
Mhm.
Seriously. Let's go to this person here. This at the bottom of the screen, Chorus Hollis. They are born on June the 3rd. That's a diamond too.
No,
It's,
June the 3rd is a spade.
it's a spade, June the 3rd. It must
Yeah,
be, what kind of spade
that's
is
the
it?
ace of spade.
Oh, so that's the last of it.
July is the last of the ace of spades.
Okay, so this person is the ace of spade. What does that mean to
The
the?
ace of spades is the card in metaphysical sciences. So ace of spades is very nosy. The spades encompass all of the suits. So the ace of spades has access to the clubs, the diamonds, and the heart. The thing is the fire. Spades are fire. So whatever you're working on, you have to identify the element. Say if it's a relationship, then you identify the heart, and that's where the spade is going to come through. But this is the end of spade season, so spades go dormant. So this is the time of year you really want to pay attention to yourself for the next 6 months, because spades go dormant. Spades come out in January because that's time where we're breaking the ground, we're planning, and we're doing all of those things. But now it's about the ground is broken and we don't need spades anymore. So spades are the seniors. Spades are y'all are the ones that are the wisdom behind everything. So until from now until January, you'll be dormant. So your work changes now. Spades work, and this is where it's not by any strange coincidence. July is a month of people want to go on vacation because the spades are gone, right? So people want to go on vacation in July and August, and then it's not by no strange coincidence because the seniors are gone and nobody around to tell you what to do. But you want to make sure that during this time as a spade, because spades can be very reclusive. Spades can really go in. They can go in because it's that time. Spades is that time, that dormancy where you're doing the work, and it can become drudgery. That's why that time of the year, at the end of the year around January, is the most depressing time of the year, because it spades there that spark isn't there. In January ignites that spark, but it's not there in November and December. That's why in November and December is such a tough time of year.
That's interesting. What do you say for this person here, Jackie Fillmore, who was born on March the 7th?
Jackie is a three of spades.
Ah, another spade.
Mm-hmm. So three of spades are the artists and the actors. It is a powerful card. I think of three of spades as politicians. Y'all could be politicians for sure. Anytime you ran for office, a three of spade would pretty much win. They are very fortunate people. They have the nine of hearts as their Mercury card, which is wish fulfillment. So the three of spades is that person that knows they can have whatever they want. They are very good at what they do. Very they're actors. The actors, and it's the actors and the artist card. So they're very good at what they do. And like I said, I believe they make great politicians because they can sell you anything.
That's interesting. And I see evidently you got a yes on this one from Tanisha. She said yes. Nine of diamonds.
She not. I know. Hey, Denise, I know her for sure.
Yeah, quite a few people are they're either from Clubhouse or whatever. I saw some others too. What about this person here, Stephanie Butler, May the 20th?
May the 20th, Stephanie
Yeah,
Butt.
and it says what's in her cards.
May the 20th.
Yeah,
Well,
what
this
is
is
her card rather?
she's a queen of clubs. Now, July is the queen of clubs month, so this is pretty much one of the best months for you, because the queen of clubs is and for me, how things I think about the universe and how things are set up, because this is the July, and this is the month that the United States was formed, right? And the queen of clubs is the power. Clubs are the things that we use all the time. Air. When we look at clubs, it's above, it's below, and it's everything in between. And the Queen of Clubs is the mother to the world. The Queen of Clubs is that card. They're extremely powerful. And this is a very powerful month, July. So for you, you may feel people tugging on you more than normal. For me, the Queen of Clubs power is they can't get off of their square. That's one of the things about the Queen of Clubs. Y'all are so helpful. You have a Jack of Hearts and Pluto, and you will sacrifice yourself for people. So for me, as long as you learn how to stand in your power, to stay on your square, the Queen of Clubs are fantastic mirrors, because that's what queens are. Queens mirror back to us. But the Queen of Clubs sometimes can get off of her square, and it can become very daunting for them, because people will take advantage of their abilities. They are the brain. Queen of Clubs, bar none, are some serious. I mean, you probably, if you do anything with books, they on your bed. They are vivacious. How do you say the word? Readers. They just digest stuff, and they love metaphysics. They love digging. Yeah, it's my Jupiter card, so yeah, I'm gonna always ride for the Queen of Clubs.
You got this person here.
10-8.
Yeah, she's born 10-8. She's a Libra like you.
Yeah, she's an ace. She's an ace of diamonds.
Whoa,
October.
that's a powerful card too.
Yeah, it's a powerful card. So your ace of diamonds is and that's so funny because that's what's her name?
Jackie Levine.
That's her card, right? So Ace of Diamonds women, y'all are mysterious. Y'all have this mystique about y'all. Definitely are powerful. But for me, I think Ace of Diamonds men may hold it better. Very attractive people, very people that are here to make things happen, right? If they know how to use that ace, like the things that they initiate, as long as they are they stay true to themselves, they're very powerful. But sometimes Ace of Diamonds can get into relationships and forget what they're doing. As long as they learn whether it's time for relationships or it's time for work, you can't blend the two together. And sometimes the Ace of Diamonds will forget work and get into a relationship. They have a Queen of Spades and Pluto. So they are witches. They can put a spell on you. Ace of Diamonds say something, you got to be careful, because they can put a spell on you. Very powerful shapeshifters. Ace of Diamonds, y'all, they very powerful people. But the women, yeah, you just don't want to be sacrificing yourselves.
Well, I don't know who this. You might know this person. They said, Valerie, don't tease us, Diamond.
That's my sister. She needs to stop. That's my sister. My sister from another mother. I've known her all my life. All my life, I had to fight my uncles. Valerie is a 4 of hearts. She's a 4 of hearts. She is that. She's the cornerstone to the United States. This is the person that the United States fights for, is the 4 of hearts, because it's the Mercury card. So the Mercury is protected. So the United States protects the home, and that's the 4 of hearts. It's a very fierce position. It's just in Mercury, Neptune, so that's what gives us our bravado, because we get a chance to go down into that 12th house. In the United States, we always reinventing ourselves, right?
I do have a question then. Since the United States is so adamant about defending Ukraine, do you happen to know the card symbol of Ukraine?
Ukraine is I believe it's I do know, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's not that their card is important, but the United States is always going to protect its allies. That's what the United States stands for. It stands for, we are going to, because of the 4 of hearts, is going to protect its allies. It's a staunch, it's about family. The United States is about family. So once you become family, you always going to be family. So they're always going to protect their allies. That's been since time immemorial. That's what they talk about. And they're going to protect their allies, and it's the 4 of hearts.
Okay, I have another person here that says, my grandson is in trouble for trying to protect his mother from an abusive relationship. His birthday is August the 20th, and such a sweet young man. So he is still in his teens. What do you say about this situation with Felicia Griffin?
Well, he's a six of clubs, and six of clubs is the John the Baptist card. So
Interesting.
you know what they did to John the Baptist. So the six of clubs is a very powerful card. When they speak, it's like thunder. You know what I mean? So they have whatever happens around the six of clubs, it's denoting something in the future, because that's what John the Baptist was talking about, the coming of the Christ. So whatever is happening is, it can trouble people, because people don't want you to know their future. People don't want to be exposed. So they're very powerful cards. They sit in Neptune, and they are slow moving cards. But when they move, six of clubs, yeah, they about their life. Six of clubs, you don't want to mess with the six of clubs. They are very much. They have a Queen of Hearts in Mars, and the Queen of Hearts is in their Queen of Hearts is in Venus, and the Queen of Hearts is Neptune. And if you get Neptune riled up, you got tsunamis, you got earthquakes underwater, you got all kind of things going on with that ocean. So they're not people that you want to mess with. They're not. Yeah, six of clubs. They're not. They do have a fuse now. They do have a fuse. They are amazing people for sure. But when their fuse gets lit, you better duck. They got a mouth on them, and they probably got a good level hook.
Okay, so in other words, they're not one to mess with.
That's John the Baptist. They had to chop John the Baptist's head off to shut him up.
Well, here we have another one about a young man born 2010, 11/11/2010. What card
Yeah.
would he be?
That's the nine of clubs. That's universal knowledge. That's the 1111 is the nine of clubs. That's the card that when it appears, we know that we get ready to step into that portal of knowledge. So a nine of clubs child, definitely you want to protect them. They're very sensitive. They definitely lose. They lose in young in life. There's something about the nine of clubs, but then its nines are losses, but the nine of spades is their Mercury card, so they lose. They do. When they lose big as children. So you want to be very protective of them. You want to be very aware of them. They're very sensitive. They are very sensitive children. They absorb stuff. So you want to take good care. You want to make sure that you watch who they're around, because unfortunately they are children that the nine of clubs, when we look at certain children, there are adults out there that are attracted to those children. Their pedophiles will be attracted to a nine of clubs. It's an energy.
Interesting.
So you
Interesting.
want to
Interesting.
keep
Interesting.
that child close to you, because they don't people that are attracted to those kind of children don't see them as children. They see them as energy. They fantasize. The nine of clubs can cast a spell. So as a child, what does a child know about that spell? So you want to make sure you protect them, because they're just very susceptible and special children.
You know what's interesting in numerology, or at least to me, one of the most common numbers that people see, or angel numbers as they now call it, is
11.
11/11,
Mm-hmm,
which
mm-hmm.
I think
It
is
is.
interesting.
It is, and it's the card of Cardology, the nine of clubs.
The Nine of Club is also referred to as the ruler of cardology.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's so sexy. That's why Cardology is such a sexy energy. Nine of clubs is an extremely sexy card. I'm just telling you, it is. It is a very energetic, and not to say in that way the energy of it, but unfortunately the lower nature of people take it on as sex.
Interesting. What about this person here, April? She's born on the 27th of February in Boston.
February the 27th is where we at? A Jack of Clubs. Another Jack of Clubs. And yeah, another Jack of Clubs, and ruled by Uranus. Isn't that what's that? February. Isn't that Uranus?
Well, actually, that part
Aquarius.
would be
Aquarius.
more ruled by Pisces, or now Neptune, as they would call it, since that's the new
Oh, right,
planet
right,
assigned
right,
to
right.
Pisces.
Right. So
Neptune.
yeah, just like the other lady, Jack of Clubs, very, very very studious, like you know, you will be the go-to person. It's like probably at work try to get on your nerves. It's like, why are people always coming to me? Because you got that brain. They have a brain. They're project managers. You just are that person, and you represent the Uranian. You represent the age of Aquarius. So you're forward. You're just that person. The Jack of Clubs is that person that could be so misunderstood because when you say things, it could trigger people. That's Uranus. You know, it's like you represent the age of Aquarius. So you're forward thinking. So you are going to make things happen in an odd, kind of quirky kind of way, right? That's Jacks. Jacks are not disciplined. So Jack of Clubs is not disciplined.
Interesting. I got this person here, Jessica Stigall. She said her birthday is February the 23rd, 78. And she says she believes she's a two of diamond. And when is the good time to start dating? And in fact,
February
can you use
23rd. Yes, she is. She is a two of diamonds. Well, I'm going to tell you something about this year for relationships. This is going to be one of the best relationship years there is because of the two of diamonds. The two of diamonds has a five of spades displacing it this year. And the five of spades is a card of change, and the two of diamonds is a card of soulmates. The five of spades being that change agent, people are going to want to do different things in relationships right now. So definitely want to get out there and experiment and see how it feels, because this is going to be the year of a lot of poly. This is going to be a year where people are going to want to step out. And women in general, they're going to say, nah, I don't want that same kind of relationship anymore because of the two of diamonds. The two of diamonds is a space in the five of clubs. Another conversation. It's like I want to have a different conversation about relationships. So this year is a great year for you to get out there and start dating. But you have the three of hearts in Mercury, and the three of hearts is the garden. It's like perfection. It's a very detached card. So when you meet people this year, you got to be clear with them that you may not necessarily be staying around for a long time because that Mercury moves fast, and you know that
yeah,
Mercury.
that's the nature of Mercury, fluid.
Yeah, right. Very, very much so. And this is facing the three of diamonds. So you got a lot of Jupiter energy. So you may be looking for the husband this year. But this is a different kind of husband. You know, this year you want somebody that's going to be different. They're going to be odd and unusual and quirky and all those kind of things. But you got to think about what next year brings. Next year, you be like, how did I get with this person? So you want to take your time. You
Now
want to take your time.
I have another person here, and they are born on your birthday. Okay, it is Barbara Mann.
Okay, so you're eight of diamonds. So tomorrow you're gonna feel how you feel. Definitely, this year is. I'm saying I know you feel the pressure because I feel the pressure. The Queen of Diamonds is sitting in our house, and that's our personality card. Because that you being an eight after you turn 36, you are either King of Diamonds or Queen of Diamonds. So if you're a business person, you take on the persona of the King of Diamonds. So this year you are going to be stronger than ever. You know, Eight of Diamonds has a very strong personality, but with the Queen of Diamonds sitting in your house, I'm discovering now I have not felt this much pressure in so long. So are you feeling the pressure? Are you feeling it's about how you perform? It's the performance of it. So we can be a little, you know, the Eight of Diamonds can be aware, especially at, you know, more mature, that now people are not interested in working. You know what I mean? So you being that person that comes around, you got to be mindful of that because we can't say the things that we used to say. We can't, you know, when you go to work, people don't expect you to tell them they got to work, right? So this year, you just got to be mindful of that because your power is it's gonna lead. When people see you coming, they gonna feel it. So this is a year you don't want to get in your feelings. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do the work. You're just gonna have to find a different kind of delivery on how you want to set it up. But you're gonna be powerful this year. This is a year where you gonna step into your own, whether you like it or not. And you know that you're eight of diamonds. You're about that life. You know, you show up and everybody expects, wow, this is no. We all gotta do the work. Eight of diamonds is expected to step up, right? You got King of Spades and Mercury. That's the most powerful card in the deck. So people are looking for you to step up into leadership roles all the time.
Well, here's a question. If she's born on October the 1st, there's another person that just texted in there 1010. What would they be?
1010 is the Queen of Clubs.
And what would that mean to them?
That means that, like the other person that I was talking about, this is their month, this is their time, and it's really their year. Because last year was their year, but last year it was a transformation called to the United States. So the Queen of Clubs was teaching everybody how to be a Queen of Clubs. So this year they're standing in their power, and this month for sure, this is a Queen of Clubs month. And how the month started, how it began, we felt it. We felt the shift of we felt the shift when we went into July, because the Queen of Clubs is about that life. Queen of Clubs is no nonsense. That's why they picked the United States, picked July to have their birthday, because the Queen of Clubs is the mother to the world. The Queen of Clubs is that divine feminine, that intuition that we need. The Queen of Clubs is the brain. The Queen of Clubs is that divine energy that they decide, and it sits in Mercury, so it's mercurial, and the Jack of Diamonds is Uranus. So the Queen of Clubs and the Jack of Diamonds, Mercury, Uranus is a higher octave. So that's a good blend of energy for the Jack of Diamonds to pick that month. So it's like wherever the Queen of Clubs starts this month, Uranus is going to come along and supercharge it, right? So this is a powerful month for the Queen of Clubs to put themselves out there. They're going to be in lots of odd and unusual situations, but the Queen of Clubs is odd and unusual. They can handle it. They can adapt, but they have to stop sacrificing themselves. Queen of Clubs will get off of their throne. A lot of Queen of Clubs don't carry that royalty well, and they will get off of their throne, and that's where it gets real difficult for them. You can't sacrifice for people. Queen of Clubs wants you to have, they want you, they're mirrors. Queens are mirrors. Mirrors is a reflection. Now, I'm standing here, you're going to look at me and say, well, I want to do something. If you can see that my reflection, I'm reflecting to you how to do it. I'm not supposed to do it for you.
Right. I got you. I got you. Now, Nina, I got to be honest. We're a little over an hour, and it seems like we just getting started. Can can you stay just a little longer, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. But first of all, let us see how people can get in touch with you. And this is at the bottom of your screen. This is how everybody, please get a pen, screenshot it and whatnot. This is how you stay in touch with Nina Diamond, which I think is a cardologist extraordinaire. That's my opinion. How she does this. You see, she ain't open no paper, no books. It's just amazing how this woman does it. And then the way she weaves the information together is just, and I had a reading from her too. And in fact, I followed her until, but she's so consistent. She's got a clubhouse, which she's going to explain into in a moment. And for those of you, by the way, that asked about the book, there's some people that asked about that book, Nina.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so this is her book.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell us about the book, Nina.
The book is it's a journal, it's a planner, and the book, like this month is let me show you. This month is August, so each month has a day assigned to it. So the planner, this is July. So the planner is to help you to discover the date. So you see the date here, like today we know the 9 of diamonds. So every day has a different, and we get a chance to write it, and then we get a chance to go over here and we journal what the energy of the day is. That's how I learned the cards. That's why I developed a journal. I learned them by writing it down. And that's the secret of cardology. It's not difficult, but it's definitely about, spending the time in the energy field. Like I said, today's a 9 of diamonds. I know there's some people on here that had a tough day. Go ahead, tell the truth. You ain't gonna hurt Lori's feelings.
What they say, tell the truth and shame the devil, right?
Tell the truth, because you had a tough day with Lori Strayhorn today.
Did I give anybody a hard way to go today? I hope I
That
didn't.
it's not a hard way, but it's for the Queen of Diamonds, it's to support the 9 of diamonds. You support the Queen of Diamonds, but the Queen of Diamonds challenges you. So it's that karma that interchanges with it. So people have to find that sweet spot. They got to find, and the nine of diamonds denotes you need not to get in your feelings. Nines, you can't get in your feelings with nines. You start with the ace and you go into the eight. You got to keep it moving. But some people will get trapped in their feelings, and the nine will pimp you out because you just gonna sit there. So you have to let it go today. Whatever it is that's frustrating you today is not today to be frustrated. Nines of power. You shouldn't be frustrated. So there could be something that happens today when the nine of diamonds shows up. It's like your refrigerator could break down today. Why? Because last week you didn't want to take care of it. That's what happens on the nine of diamonds day. The inconveniences because you don't use your resources. Definitely cars breaking down. Yeah, today would be the day that you would go outside and turn the car on for that last time. And it says, since you don't want to get the oil change, I'm going to stop working on the nine of diamonds day.
Well,
So
you know what's interesting? I read a client earlier today, and she said her car didn't work today,
yeah,
and they
that
had to
would
be towed. But I don't remember her birthday off the top, but it sounds like. See, I heard that before, and that was earlier today.
Yeah, you have to take care of your responsibilities with diamonds, and they're your resources. And Nine of Diamonds has resources. They are very fortunate people. They got spiritual money, they got money all around them. So when you see things that need to be repaired, you need to repair it because you have the resources. If you don't, you need to get repair. You get prepared to do it because it's gonna. That's what it is. It's ending something. It's something that that has an expiration date on it, like your it will be a nine of diamonds day that your warranty dies, that your warranty ends. It would be that day. That's the nine of diamonds because you are supposed to be paying attention on the nine of diamonds because it's resources. It's your resources. Diamonds represent your resources and how you use them and how you distribute them. So if you're not good with your resources on the nine of diamonds, yeah, because you're not getting to that 10 of diamonds. That's the mastery. That's the power. But if you haven't taken care of it when you was at that five, because fives is the investment. So if you didn't do that investment with that five of diamonds and you got to that six of diamonds and you didn't take care of it, the seven of diamonds is the bridge. You can't take from the seven to the eight to the nine. You guys go back down to that five.
This person here, it says, greetings. They're born May 16th. They said they definitely need to know about the potentials of their love life from always. And they said, of course, thank you.
Of course they do. They're three of diamonds. May 16th, right? That's
Yes.
that's Donald Trump card. That tells you enough about your love life. Three of diamonds, yo. Three of diamonds. They are people. They are people that always have people coming back into their life. This year, I'm telling you right now, get prepared. Your challenging karma card is Jupiter, Jupiter. So if you got an ex-husband out there, he could be from 10 lifetimes ago. He gonna call you. If you all your exes this year coming for you, three of diamonds, because that's your life. You know the three of diamonds is always got somebody coming back into your lives because that's your challenge. Your challenge is to end things. You get into relationships and the three of diamonds fades. It's like, no, you can't just fade. You got to end the relationships. They like to leave the door open. You know, like there's people that say what is it? It's a sad dog that got one hole. That's the three of
Yeah.
diamonds. Stop leaving them doors open and close those doors.
Wow.
Yeah, they like it.
Now, what about this person? This drinks on me, 7/5,
7/5. So your
July
birthday, you
5th.
just had it. So you're a 10 of diamonds.
Seems like a
That,
lot of diamonds is predominant. Is it because we're in a diamond cycle
yeah,
right now?
diamonds. Yeah, we in diamond season. Yeah, for sure. The 10 of diamonds is it's a powerful card. Yesterday, it was a 10 of diamonds day, and it came for me. So I don't know how y'all felt on the 10 of diamonds day. 10 of diamonds is Jupiter, Jupiter. It's the card of a lot of things. It's a card of schizo. It's a card of things that will you could be off balance with because it's Jupiter, Jupiter. You can have too much. And Jupiter, Jupiter with the 10 of diamonds. Remember, tens are power. because of that one and that zero. Everything comes out of the void. So the 10 of diamonds gets to go into the void and do whatever they want to do, but they could get trapped there. So there is mental illness attached to that card. It's not that you're mentally ill, it's just that you are not doing the things that you need to do to bring things to conclusion. If you have visions, if you have all of those things as a 10 of diamonds, you got to get your faith together. You got two queens that support you. You got the queen of spades, which is a manifestor. Then you got the queen of clubs, which is the challenge, and that's your intuition. So a 10 of diamonds has got to be clear. They got to be clear. You are people that you need higher knowledge. You need to make sure that if whatever you're doing, you want to be a jewelry maker, you need to stick with that jewelry. You need to finish it. You're a person that, as much as you scatter yourself, the more difficulties you have. It's the card of celebrities. Celebrities are 10 of diamonds. So think about it. Think about how celebrities operate. They operate in many different they have many different roles that they play. That's a 10 of diamonds. So you can go back and forth, the ebb and the flow. So that's where that mental instability comes in with the 10 of diamonds from the different characters that you're able to play.
You know, Diamond, talking about you gotta write another book. Not a planner, but you gotta write a book. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, the information you got, and we're going to take about 3 or 4 more. This person, Jackie, says, what type of business is a good fit for a queen of club, if that makes sense?
Queen of clubs is usually working with children. Queen of clubs is very protective with children. They have a Jack of Hearts, which is the Christ card, and Pluto, which is, the protector of children. So they definitely are developers, definitely are, and they don't work anyway. So the business that you have has got to be something that you are community oriented, something that's doing something along those lines, maybe a daycare, things like that, things that are working in the community and stuff like that. But definitely not, someone that puts in work. That's not Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs, they have the 10 of Diamonds, which is the card we just talked about, is their supporting karma card. So they're very fortunate. They are very fortunate. Queen of Clubs is a very fortunate card when they know how to use their resources because they're manifestors. So business-wise, definitely technology. Yeah, y'all are very good with technology, very good with things that use your brain. You're very analytical. So anything along that way.
Now, here's a person, they says Money Green 48. They says they're born on July the 9th, and money, money, money. Is their card associated with money, 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 that they would name themselves Money Green 48?
Yeah, the 6 of diamonds, for sure. Yeah, that's a very fortunate card, for sure. It's a six. The 6 of diamonds is a card that when it appears, you either gonna get a check or somebody gonna take something from you. It's a card of fiscal responsibility. It's ruled by Venus. So as long as you take care of your obligations, the 6 of diamonds is always gonna be fortunate. If you don't take care of your obligations, since it's ruled by Venus, that's Taurus and Libra. So 6 of diamonds likes to look good. They do. They got good taste. They like good food. They like all of those kind of things. But you got to make sure that you're taking care of your obligations, because Taurus is the attraction, but Venus, Libra, is the obligation, which people forget. If you attracted it, now you're obligated to it. And that's where the 6 of diamonds can get a little hinky. 6 of diamonds doesn't want to be pinned into something, but if you attracted it, you pinned into it. It's karmic. 6s are karma. They bring karma upon themselves.
You know what's amazing? Right next to this person is Oracle, who says
I know
they're a 6 of diamond.
Yes,
Isn't that interesting?
Yes, she's in Clubhouse for sure.
Yeah, back to back. She's been a guest on the show. Excellent tarot reader. She's an author herself. But I just think it's interesting that the 7 of July the 9th, and they were right next door, not knowing that the person before her was a 6 of diamond. And she says, I'm a 6 of diamond. So it's like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's my soulmate card. 6 of diamonds is my soulmate.
Now, she did say, can you please tell her about the 3 of hearts as her result card? What does that mean, result card?
The reward. That's your reward card. You have a Mercury, you have Venus, you have Mars, you have Jupiter, you have Uranus, Neptune, Pluto reward. So we can't do reward without doing Pluto because the reward is attached to Pluto, which is the eighth house. So you got to know how to use that both of those cards together because you know that the eighth house is where all of those odd and unusual and karmic and all of these things that are happening. So you activate your reward by knowing how to function inside of that eighth house. So whatever your eighth house, whatever your Pluto card is significant. You can't do one without the other.
This is amazing what you do, Nina. That's all I'm gonna tell you right to your face. This is I don't know how you do it, but I've seen you give some predictions on Clubhouse that earlier this year that was like, wow, I just heard about that. It's I don't know how you do it, but listen, you don't mess with the people that got those gifts. Are we gonna do two more? We're gonna tell you Sharon. She says, what does her health look like for the future? She is November the 13th. Does the cards indicate health too, dear?
Sure, yeah, for sure. But see, November the 13th, you the seven of clubs. You can't ask questions like that. You the mantra. You always got to tell yourself your health is amazing. Seven of clubs is the reward to the 10 of diamonds. And whatever we say, it's like celebrities feel like as long as you're talking about me, I'm good. That's the seven of clubs. So your health is going to be what you say it is. So you will always have great health because you are that card. You got to speak it as though it is. So definitely a very powerful card. You ruled by Neptune. So, Neptune is waterborne things, it's inflammation, it's all of those things. So you just got to be careful of that. You definitely want to be mindful of the conversations that you have when you're around people, the people in your energy field. All of those things affect the seven of clubs energy and their health.
Okay. There was a comment from Always that said that they had to rewind in a couple of things at least three times. I guess this is the one where you said people would be coming back or whatever. But she says great gratitude to you. The last one is going to be Melinda Morris, I guess. 7/10, July 10th is her day. So that's coming up. I think on
Yeah.
Sunday
Yes.
or Monday. Happy birthday coming up.
Yes, these are five of diamonds, right? So you're five of diamonds. So you're that builder. You're the fiscal, you're a person that deals with a lot of you would be someone that could help people with their finances. The five of diamonds is definitely the builder, the investor. When I think about fives, I think about tic tac toe. It's like you have those five dots, and the one in the middle is the five of diamonds. Five superpowered. You rule by Mercury, and your superpower is being able to pull back. It's like Mercury has lots of retrogrades, so do the five of diamonds. Anything with a five is going to retrograde. So you have to know when you are where you are, because you are a person that's looking out. You're sitting here and you're looking up here like this, and then you retrograde back. Fives retrograde back, and then they pay attention to where they are, and then they go back out. So you're a person that's always rediscovering things. Definitely have the ability to do a lot of things, but you've got to find that one thing and make it make sense. It's like you can't decide today you want to be a baker and then tomorrow you want to fix cars. You have to keep it. You got to make it make sense. You're in Mercury. You got to make it make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Mercury is moving. So today you like, oh, I got to do these cakes. Tomorrow I got to do these cars. No. If you're doing cakes today and cookies tomorrow, it makes sense.
Right.
So,
There's a correlation, in other
mhm,
words. Yeah,
mhm,
yeah. Okay.
mhm, mhm.
This is my guest banner at the bottom. Please support this beautiful lady. And there you see it there. She's a teacher, lecturer, consultant, author. Her email is diamonds857@gmail.com. You see it right there. She has a YouTube channel called Diamond 8. She has an Instagram called Diamonds with an S underscore 8, and her Cash App. And you know how I feel about the Cash App now. You got to show some love up in there. And in fact, somebody had posted $8 to the show. So I thank them very much. I've got to figure out how to do that. I'll get all that up the road. But anyway, that is her Cash App sign, $ Saturn, SATURN 9796. That sounds like a good number to play, you know.
It's the solar value. You know that not each card has a solar value. So I use the solar values to determine what numbers I want to use. So
I
those
gotta have you back to talk about everybody's solar numbers. See, there's this, but people want to know about Clubhouse. That's the response I got in the comment section. They want to see you on Clubhouse. They want to know what's the name of your room. How often can they see you? I think you're on practically 7 days a week. So go.
it's the astrology club, and you just hit the go on and see. It's the you know the the little thing, and you'll be notified when I open rooms. You can follow me. I'm just diamond on there, and we do a room Monday through Friday from 9, and Saturdays is at 8 p.m. and Sundays is at 10 a.m. So
So,
yeah,
but on the Monday through Friday, it's 9 a.m. and sometimes it could go an hour or 2 hours, all depending. Because
it's never an hour.
yeah, yeah.
It's 9 to 11. But lately we've been on there. We in those clubhouse streets.
I know that if I'm tuning in, if I got something to do, I can't tune into the show because I'll be glued, and it's so amazing. And then the ones that join the room seem to be learning from you and becoming even more adept as each day goes by. So
Yeah,
for those of you,
we've been on there for almost 2 years. So yeah,
and in
they know
fact,
us
I think
all.
your room is considered one of the top 10 of the
Five,
tons, thousands and thousands.
top 5.
You're in the top 5 now?
Yep, we are the 5th club.
Wow. It's just that good. Well, kudos. Kudos to you. You deserve
And,
it. You
and
deserve it.
if they want to see videos on my YouTube, I have 30 something videos up there where I teach Cardology. Please, like Lori said, I was told this by King Simon the other day. You have to tell people to subscribe. So he gave me a whole tutorial on YouTube. He said, please tell people. He said, tell them to subscribe. And see, this is where the cards come in, because YouTube is a five of hearts. And the 5 of hearts is a very emotional card. It is, and it's a card that needs it's a card of autism. So it's a card of special needs.
Interesting.
So if you think of an autistic child, they need a lot of direction. So YouTube, you have to give people directions, because people will be 5. Like I said, this is the 5. This is YouTube. You sitting here and you got here, you got there. So you got to always bring people back to that, because 5's retrograde. So somebody on YouTube is paying you attention, but their mind, it can be anywhere. So you got to bring them back to saying, please subscribe to my channel. Right?
Yeah, well, that's what people kept mentioning to me. I'm saying, I don't see why I got to do that, but
I
I'm
know,
beginning.
because the 5 of hearts is my challenge and karma card. I've been on YouTube for years, and it gives me the vapors. It does. It's a challenge for me to say, I got to tell you, you watched the video. Why do I tell you to subscribe? You watched it.
And
So
I forget a lot of times to say subscribe. It. Why you think I got to put it at the top of my forecast to
that's
remind
what
me
he said.
to
That's what he
please
said.
subscribe and just get that done. Or in the comment section, some people will help me out, bless their souls. Please
Yes.
subscribe. So for Nina Diamond on YouTube and Lloyd Strayhorn on YouTube, please like us, please share, but more importantly, please subscribe so you can. Then they talk about press that bell. Now I know what that bell is for. That puts them on notice, a notification. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right, because we doing this work. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be teaching on there. Right now, I'm not going to teach until y'all get me right. I'm going to teach on YouTube. So once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start teaching.
Well, please help her get there. And if I can be a guest on this show to talk about the correlation of numbers in the cards, that would be a pleasure. And please pick up her book, The Cardology University Planner. It's an excellent book. When I travel, and times I've traveled, I take this book. So when I'm meeting people, or when I think about people that were important in my life, this guy that was impactful, that really helped turn my life around. A couple of people have done that. and I can see but the pattern is always, in my case, either diamonds primarily and clubs. So I would imagine everybody, Nina Diamond has kind of like patterns in their lives, cardology wise. Is that?
Yeah, well, the Jack of Clubs is a card that supports you. So yeah, those people are beneficial to you. Yeah, for sure. I have clubs. The clubs are the cards that support me. Your challenging cards are the cards that are going to come in. Thank goodness they're not around all the time, right? So
Yeah.
they be cards that are that are karmically challenging to you. And for me, that's hearts. So I have, I don't meet a lot of hearts people because they are
Yeah, that's
challenging.
right. Well, I gotta be honest, Nina. I enjoyed this. To be honest with you, I could have kept you on even longer, but I gotta respect your time too. Like you have nothing to do.
Yes, yes,
But
thank you.
this is nice. So everybody, you saw the banner. Please reach out to her, and I'm going to show the banner one more time for those that say, "Well, I didn't know about it." She has a clubhouse every single morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. under Astrology Club, and I mean, there got to be thousands and thousands of rooms. The fact that your room is the top 5, now you see why I started running doing my clubhouse.
Well, let me tell you, the key is the engagement. See, people come into my room and they stay. So they look at the algorithms, they see that people stay in my room and they come up to the stage and we talk for hours.
Yeah, they be stockpiled. I've seen it. I bear witness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to tell everybody, uh,
Yeah.
if you got some time, this is the site to go to on Clubhouse if you want to know about cardology. And if you think she gave a demonstration here, you wait till she's at home in Clubhouse. Then you really see why I've had her on this show today. I love you very much,
Love you
Nina
too.
Diamond.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate
this is
you.
very nice. Just hold on a second. I gotta just promote a couple of things and get that done. So everybody, I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Of course, I couldn't get to everybody, but let me say this: today is the last day my course is on sale. All righty. I mean, they'll have it periodically. They've had it the last couple of days, but those book is Learn from Lloyd, the do's and don'ts of numerology. That's the newest one, created by Jackie Levine and myself, but that's $16.99. But as you see, you own these. They're yours. They go on demand, so that means you go at your own pace. Today is the last day of the sale. I also have a free monthly newsletter that Kaya French and I do, and it's a little behind. Okay, I thought it would be ready by today. I'm not going front. It is not. Sometimes there are things we can control, and then there's sometimes there are things we cannot control. And I've learned how to work with the forces that be. But this is the newsletter that's going to be coming out, but it will say July instead of June. So please look for that. I will not be on Clubhouse tomorrow. And please, I do have a money challenge. Which is how money works. I want everybody to be rich. We're all entitled to richness, okay? And the reason why I want everybody to be rich, because I want to be rich. And you can't want for yourself and not want for others. So the rule has been old school. What you want for others is what you want for yourself. So I want everybody to understand how money works. And by the way, if you want to, you can get you go to Dr. Whoops. Yep. Okay, let me do this. Okay. Okay. This is where you go to Dr. Yana B. Woodhouse. She's a financial educator and consultant. I had her on about 2 Mondays ago. That's her contact number. That's her information. And if you send into her, she will send you this book as a discount. Everybody needs to have this. And I thought it was interesting that there are only 11 states that require some financial understanding. And just as I suspected, New York is not one of them. So, hey, you know what I'm saying, Nina?
That's why I don't live here. They got too many shenanigans in New York.
New York is not one of them, okay? And this is supposed to be the financial capital of
I'm
the world,
saying,
okay?
yeah, right. That just tells you they snookered you, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I told Yana, I says, let me guess. New York is not one of them. And she said, yep. It is not one of them. So I'm just saying, everybody, I want everybody to be rich. We're all entitled to it. There is more than enough monies to go around. It all depends on our mindset. And I think part of the problem in most of our communities that we've been all orientated to have a poverty mindset. So we think we don't have no money, we're doing good. And then we go to extremes by showing flashy things that really don't have that kind of value other than to people that we're just kind of showing off. But I'm talking about
there's but Lloyd, you can't make
this
up. I'm telling you, you cannot make this up. This is just I just can't make this up. You are literally the card this year of the mantra, and you telling people about money. I was like, it blew my mind. If they don't get rich this year, it's their fault.
Yes, yes. And by the way, there's also another one, and thank you. There is a book called The Science of Getting Rich. Now, a science is totally different than a theory. A science is totally different than speculation. And this book was written back in 1910, 112 years ago. But the scientific principles of getting rich has not changed, folks. And I jokingly say, Nina, that for people who can't read or don't like to read or whatever the case is, or ain't got the money to buy the book, go to YouTube, okay, which is what you call the Five of Hearts is YouTube. Yeah, Five of Hearts. Go to the Five of Hearts YouTube and listen to you can hear the entire book. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes, but the entire book, The Science of Getting Rich. And I want everybody 6 months, 9 months, 12 months from now to be much richer, and not just to have a nice clothes. I mean, that's all nice, but money does more than just buy these material things. It adds a lot of security and other things like that. So please do that. And what I do is I just help you time when the richness will come. That's where I come in. But there's the science of it, and then there's the timing of it. So read the book and then consult Lloyd Strayhorn. Okay.
Absolutely, because this is the year we talked to a couple of Six of Diamonds, right?
Yep.
And this is the year. The Six of Diamonds is Neptune to the United States card. If you are not fiscally responsible this year, call the debt collectors, make arrangements. I don't care what happens. If you don't pay and take care of it, you're not going to get that wealth. The Six of Diamonds is the card of bringing it into balance. So this year in the United States, we're probably going to get a good check from the United States this year. I'm just going to say it. They're going to give us some sort. We may get reparations this year from the United States. This is definitely with the Six of Diamonds sitting in Neptune. That's a 12th house. That's going down in the womb of creation and finding some karmic money. Get your house in order. Get your house in order. Pay all of your debts on time. If you can't, just call. The Six of Diamonds just requires you to call and make an arrangement, because then you're in good standing. This is the year. If you are not in good standing, you're going to be sitting there saying, well, what? Yeah, Six of Diamonds. You're out of balance.
But that makes sense, because instead of chasing after you, at least you're confronting it by going to them like, listen, right now. And don't think these companies don't know how tight the situation is with a lot of people. Okay.
Yeah. But
so
they're making an agreement.
Yeah,
they take 40 cents on the dollar because they already bought it from somebody. It's already been paid. Right? It's already been paid. They get extra. That's extra. So learn the game. But call them on the Six of Diamonds day. Don't call them on Five of Diamonds day. Don't visit. There are specific days that you do specific things.
And that is actually 3 days from now, because today is a 9 of diamond. Then Thursday is an 8 of diamonds tomorrow. Then Friday is a 7 diamond. So it's on Saturday. So everybody, based upon that, should try to reach out to as many debt collectors, debtors, whatever, and make some arrangements. Even right now, if you don't have a penny, but the point is reach out. That's what Nina Diamond is saying. In other words, you reach out to them before they reach out to you, because when they reach out to you, it may not be pretty. So it's interesting. So you're going to have to be back on, up the road, so we can talk more about these numbers you were talking about in the meantime.
All righty.
Nina, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the last minute advice. And everybody have a great weekend. And I'll see you on Monday.